Hello, hello, hello. How are you all out there? Is there anybody out there? I really appreciate you waiting for us. Hello, hello, hello.
Can I say
All
hello, hello,
right,
hello too?
all right, all right. Well, this is Elaine with Real Talk with Elaine. I know what you guys are saying. You are saying, we have not seen or heard from you in such a long time, but I'm telling you, I'm here and I'm grateful that all of you all are joining us on today. This is a special, special show. I promised that I would come before you with some follow up, and I am here. And I have a very, very special guest with me in the house on today. So I am going to introduce to you Mrs. Sandi Cephas. So, Sandi, can you please just say hello to everyone?
Hi everyone. How's so nice to be here.
And if you, oh, I see you all coming in now. Hi, Jerlene. Jerlene is in here. She says, hello, Elaine. And she says, welcome to you, Sandi.
Oh,
Yes,
thank
yes,
you.
yes. I'll try to show these. Y'all know I'm not a pro at all this now, so help me out. All right, Alonda is in here. Hello, Alonda. Alonda is in the chat. Good, good, good. Well, Jerlene and Alonda, we are so happy to have you. And hopefully more will jump on soon. They probably saw my name and like live. No, that's an error. Elaine's not live. They probably thought, no, she's not live. She's not live. But yes, I am. I am absolutely live. And so I don't want to hold y'all way too long tonight. I know this is going to be a very interesting show. I do see that we do have four in there, and I do ask that you would please always hit that thumbs up so this can activate it and get it out with the algorithm to more people, because I think this show is just going to be very endearing to so many. So, first of all, let me just say to you, if you had a chance to read the discussion of what the show is going to be about, the description, it's just that I am here tonight to introduce to all of you someone that was just recently introduced to me. This is Sandi, and Sandi and I are sisters. And the I did share that with you all, that because everybody was waiting for the response and everything to what happened with the DNA test, which we'll get into that in a little bit. But I said, nope. I said is um, Sandi is definitely my sister, and I am so excited to have her here with us tonight. I was so scared. I was like, "Oh my goodness, is she going to want to do this?" And she jumped right in and said, "Yes, I do. I do want to do this." And I said, "Okay, so she really is my sister, because I do stuff like that all the time." But yeah, so Sandi, um, we have a list of questions. We were only going to get the show moderated tonight, but we kind of jumped and did this at the last minute. So we're going to moderate our own show. So Sandi and I have come up with some of the questions that we're going some prompts that we're going to answer, and and we're going to
Mhm.
let you guys go from there. And if you have questions that come up, I do have the chat down here where I can see everything, and I'm able to see some of your questions right here on our stage. So I am going to introduce some other people that's coming in. Look at this. Oh,
All
look,
right.
This is my girl. This is my girl, Harjarine. Hey, Harjarine. She says, hello, Elaine and Sandy. Y'all are twins.
All right.
That is so cute. Oh, she says, two beauties. Thank you, Harjarine. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Hey, oh gosh. So Geraldine, we spoke to her already. So just want to make sure I'm not missing. Geraldine says, you guys look alike.
right. Mhm, mhm.
Okay, okay, okay. So if you haven't, if you all want to share this with anyone to join this link tonight, I think this is going to be a good show. It's going to be a really good show. So I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to be hopping in and out, trying to make sure that I keep up with what's going on. So I will be reminding myself to come back in and check the comments because I know that's extremely important. And I will go ahead and I'm bear with me because I haven't done this live in a minute, so I'm still trying to figure out my way around this stage thing. Okay, so Sandy,
Yes.
I'm about 4 weeks ago, right? Has it been 4 weeks?
About a
About
month.
four
Yeah.
or 5 weeks?
It's the
Yeah,
first
I
of
think it might be
July.
over a month. But yes, at least 4 weeks, we probably say, right?
Mhm. Yeah, I think that's
About 4 weeks ago, um, I got a call from my niece, Stephanie, and I told Stephanie was like, I don't know how, basically, I don't know how you're going to handle this, but I got something to tell you. And she was like, I mean, for all of you out there, I know I'm sorry, I don't mean to say it like this, but she just basically came to say, your daddy was a hoe. And that's how she, and I said, I was like, what are you talking about? She said, Auntie, she said, you have somebody who says she your sister. I was like, girl, shut up. I thought she was really playing. I thought she and then our brother Ronald, I thought they were really playing with me. And I said, mm-mm. I said, y'all acting silly. What? So I don't want to tell Sandy's side of the story. So I am going to let Sandy tell you. And Sandy, let me just ask you a question.
mhm.
You ended up meeting Stephanie, our niece, through ancestry.com. That was the activity,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so what made you reach out to Ancestry? Tell me that. Tell everyone that.
Uh, well, my desire has always been there for, I'm 72, and my desire has always been there to know who my father was. My mother was not a very forthcoming person.
Mm-hmm.
And I, first let me say, I came from a two-parent household. My stepfather actually adopted me when I was 6 and raised me. And
Okay.
my mother was very concerned about me asking a lot of questions. And so
Oh,
she made it very clear when I was little, not, don't be asking about, who this is, or where, who your father is. This is your father.
wow.
And I don't want to hear anything else about it. We are a family, and that was it. She was
Mm.
a disciplinarian, and what she said went in the house. So even though I had it in here in my spirit, it was never something that I could verbalize. And it took my mom's passing back in December that freed me,
Ah,
and that I think it. God orchestrated. I had a family member who had did ancestry and called me out of the blue. I hadn't talked to this person in years. Called me out of the blue and wanted to know could I give her a phone number. She was trying to reach someone that came up on her list. And I was like, I always wanted to do ancestry. And something, I didn't hesitate. I said, hold on one second while I got you on the phone. And I filled out all the applications online right there so she could tell me what to do and processed it. And within 3 or 4 weeks, I got the results back. And I knew that my father's name was Wilbur Robinson because as I got older, I tried to get my mom to talk to me.
Uh-huh.
And I kept asking and asking, and she would give me different responses and just being cagey. And she finally said, look, your father's name is Wilbur Robinson. And I was like, oh, I said, well, tell me more. Give me more. And she was like, all you need to know is that he was from Georgia.
Ah.
And I had a little notebook that I kept in my personal drawer in the house, and I wrote his name down, and I wrote Georgia under it, and that had been in my drawer for years. When she passed, and we were closing up, her things, and I came across the little booklet, and so I knew his last name was Robinson. When I
Uh-huh.
got my list from Ancestry, they had 15 or 16 names on there that I had a DNA match with, but there was only one Robinson, and it was Stephanie.
Mm.
I said, I'm just going to send her a text just to see. I didn't know what to say. I
Right.
just, I just said,
And you actually connected with the crazy one.
oh,
Stephanie is the craziest of all your
well,
nieces and nephews.
that's who would take a DNA test.
I am so shocked.
You gotta have that energy to in order to even step out and do something like that.
Yes,
That
yes.
doesn't surprise me. She had to get up and go to do it.
Yeah.
Um, I sent her a text and I said, "My name is Sandra Cephas. I just did an ancestry and it came back from my DNA that we are a match and I believe we may be related."
Oh my
And I
God.
said, I'm trying actually to find my father and my family. And she wrote back, "What is your father's name?" So I told her, I said, "Wilbur Robinson." She texted me back, and you can tell when somebody's excited.
Uh-huh.
She texted me back and said, "OMG, oh my God,
Right.
you're my aunt." And I was like, and we both screaming, ah!
Oh
And
my
so
God.
she said, hold up. And then she said, I've told the family already. Everybody calling me want to know what the heck is going on. And she said, you got 5 brothers and you got a sister. I said, I got a sister? I always my whole life I wanted a sister. I had a baby sister who died in her when she was 20. So I never
Mm.
grew up with a sister in my adult life. And I was like, I've always wanted a sister. She said, well, take this number down. Your sister wants you to call her. And I was like, okay. And so when I called, and that's everything else is history. Everything else just
Just fell
where
in place.
there
Just
is.
fell in place.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, you called me and we were on the phone. Actually, I merged you in with Stephanie and introduced you to our brother Ronald.
Mm-hmm.
So, how did you feel? We had a very long talk that night, and I won't share everything, of course, that we spoke about. But it was
Mm-hmm.
like everybody was talking at one time because we was all trying to get information from each
Patient.
other. And I guess just trying to make this a very credible.
Uh-huh.
Marjorie says, I'm not
Yeah,
crying,
you
you
want to
are.
know this is you want to
We
know
was
if it's
trying
a
to,
scam? Who
yeah,
is
y'all
the
probably
who
want
is
to get some tissues aside here, just, disclaimer. But we were all like, and my daughter was on there too, right? Brianna was on there. And
uh-huh.
so we were all trying to ask questions. Brianna was doing the secret service work in the background, just verifying everything Sandy said. She was like, oh, okay, wait a minute. And she looked that up, and then she looked that up, and then she looked that up. And I was like, and she was texting me, she was like, wow, that's right. Oh yeah. And I found this and I found that and da 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 da. And I know that had to be very difficult for you, Sandy, because of the fact that we'd already been connected with
Mhm.
one another, and here you were the new one coming in. So how did you feel like at the end of, and just in brief, how did you feel at the end of that conversation when you got off the phone with your sister, your brother, your niece, and your two nieces?
I felt connected. I
Oh,
did not
okay.
feel ostracized. I did not
Okay.
feel like people were doubting what I was saying. I felt accepted.
Yeah.
And it was just it was a spiritual thing because it's like we already were operating on the same plane, the same understanding and the same outlook. I felt like we all came from the same philosophy, and I I didn't I there was never a single moment when I thought, like, how people say one thing and then they hang up the phone and then they talk about you like a dog,
Right.
you know.
Right.
But um, I didn't get that. And if it was there, it never came across during our talk. And I actually felt like in that short period of time, the hour or two that we were on the phone,
Uh-huh.
that somebody understood me different than people that I've known all my life.
Okay.
So
Okay.
no, I just felt a part of family, and I guess
Good.
that's what family is supposed to be. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is. And I think I felt when you got off. Well, I'm gonna tell you, you know how tough your brother Ronald is. I'm sure already. When you got off, Ronald was like, I don't know. I don't know. Well, some of that information, she's right. I know because I got pictures to prove it. He said, some of the stuff she told us is right. But when Daddy was up in New York with us, yeah, I got pictures to prove it. And I was like, okay. So, but he was the tough one. He really was the tough. He said, well, I've been close to you all these years. I don't know. I don't know if I can feel the same way, Elaine. I don't know if I can feel the same way. And I said, Ronald, over time, you will. I said, trust me, you will. And so he said, so it's funny because fast forward, he calls you and texts you more than he calls me and texts me now. Every time I catch up with him, he's like, yeah, I was telling Sandy this and I gave Sandy that and everything. Hey,
This
John.
is my husband coming in,
Hey,
John. This
John.
is Elaine.
John, you are live. Can
Yeah,
you
you're
believe
live, and
that?
other people can see you. We're on the
Uh-uh.
Zoom. Other people can
It's
see
okay,
you.
Sandy. It's okay.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just
She
saying.
looks like you.
Yeah, she does look
And
like
she
me.
looks like you. Said John, you done looked in the camera at me. Well, we only FaceTime that one night when he came
Must
over
be
to
the
the
Oh
glasses.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, John, how are you?
So hello, Elaine.
Oh,
Mhm.
Hello, Elaine.
good.
She said hi.
Hello. Is he saying hello, Elaine?
Uh-huh.
Oh, hello, John.
But
But
no, he calls me every other night, and he sends me this beautiful, beautiful soul gospel music that I sleep by. And
Who calls you every night?
my brother Ronald,
Who?
my brother
Who?
Elaine, and my brother. You
Okay.
haven't met him yet. You'll meet him when we go to Georgia. He said, "Who you talking to? Who call you every night?"
that is so funny. So
No,
yeah,
we already
so
love each other, so
yes,
I
yes.
ain't
How
worried.
long have you and John been married?
43 years.
Wow,
hmm And we
that's
got married in
awesome.
'83.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh my gosh.
Hmm
So, I would say some of the things that we did over these past 4 weeks. Oh well, let me get back to the story because we do have, and I want to welcome Manjaro Journey with Pam. Hi, Pammy. Thank you for joining us, and I'm so happy you a new subscriber to my channel, and I hope we fulfill everything that you're here looking for. And I'm just glad to see you. One of the things that I um, when Sandy and we just talked every day for like that first week. It was like I couldn't get enough of her. I don't know if she felt the same way, but I just couldn't get enough. And it's
hmm
like we were just throwing information at each other back and forth, mainly her absorbing, just wanting to know, about dad and, about the brothers. And not only did Sandy gain me as a sister, but before Sandy was here, there was 6 boys and 1 girl. So I was the only girl. So I was already kind of mad that she was coming in challenging my my only girl syndrome for 57 years. I was like, no, 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 she's not going to take this from me. But the
Oh
thing
no.
was, having to share all of that with her, and 3 of our brothers are deceased, so she'll never have an opportunity to meet them. And and then the 3 that are alive and well, she will have an opportunity, hopefully, to meet all of them. So when you when she and I was talking for that whole week, I kept saying, I just I believe it. And I was sending her picture to everyone. And I even sent it to Sandy. I don't know if I told you this. I sent it to one of my dear friends, Teresa,
hmm
and I sent it with just your picture. And she was like, why you send a picture of you to me? What's wrong? And she said, oh, you changed your hair color? Because it was with you with
Gray.
the gray braids.
hmm
And I said, Teresa, that's not me. And she said, what? And then I told her, and she's like, oh my God. She said, I thought that was you. I was like, no, it's not. I was like, well, this must be true if you actually, didn't know who I was. And Teresa and I have been friends for 25, 26 years. And so Audrey said twins. so so I said to I just, I was still feeling some kind of way, Sandy. And I remember saying to you, and I was so scared to say it. And Sandy is so intuitive, just like I am. That's so funny. All week long, we were just saying, oh my God, that's what I say. Oh my God, that's what
uh-huh.
so, but she's so intuitive that I said, well, would you mind if we did a DNA test
Mhm.
for siblings? I said, would you mind if we did that? And so she was like, no, I don't mind. And I said, good. I mean, because I was like, because I didn't want to insult her. And I
Mhm.
think I came back and said, well, I just didn't want to insult you by asking you that because I know you already were connected with Stephanie. I said, but I just want to, just be sure because I don't want to get my heart all, excited and
Mhm.
then we be let down.
Mhm.
And so then Sandy said to me, well, maybe it's you that has some doubt. She said, are you doubting that he's your father?
you
You
and if
really said that?
if it came back that we weren't sisters, I probably would have said, "Now I don't want to offend you,
Right,
but I need you to test yourself and Ronald together."
right. Exactly, exactly. Like one of us gonna have to make sure this thing is right, right?
That's right. That's
So
right.
when she said that, I said, wow. I said to myself, she's so intuitive because I honestly, I didn't ask you, and this is the first time I'm saying this on camera. This is the first time I've admitted this to you. I didn't ask you because I didn't think you were a Robinson. I asked you because our father's name was not on my birth certificate either. So there was no father's name on my birth certificate. And without us getting into our mom's personal business, which we're not going to share, obviously live on camera, but that was something that simply haunted me my entire life. That I didn't have a father's name on my birth certificate. All my friends' birth certificate, my husband's birth certificate, everybody's birth certificate had a daddy, and my daddy was
Mhm.
missing. And so, Sandy, I say that to you that, yeah, it was a very selfish ask of me to ask you that at a time where you were just meeting your family and getting to know who your family was. And I apologize to you because it was, and I tried to make it seem like it was because we wanted to validate you. But honestly,
Mhm.
it was, I think, really wanting to validate myself as being a part of this family. And I've never been rejected or anything. And the funny thing is, everybody I told, all the nieces and stuff, that we were going to do this DNA test, all of them, and even Ronald too, he was like, for what? And I was like, well, because I just want to make sure. And so I remember Stephanie, the crazy one that you met first.
Mhm.
So if it ain't, what you gonna do? What does that mean? Well, you ain't getting rid of us. We ain't getting rid of you. So what the hell does it mean? Why are you gonna go do the test anyway? And I was like, okay, Stephanie. But and Ronald pretty much mirrored what she said. He said the same thing. We're not getting rid of you. So what's the deal? So that made my heart warm to hear that because I think I was just scared. I was like, what if Sandy's their sister and I never was? And that's just really deep. And in the African American family, and not just African Americans, but in a lot of our African American families, we've been robbed of our history,
Mhm.
our genealogy. We don't have the same benefits that some of our Caucasian brothers and sisters have, who are
Mhm.
able to get, to
Mhm.
have that lineage passed
Yeah.
down,
Right.
through transfer of information. And that's, so I'm really grateful for Ancestry. I never thought to do the DNA test with them, but I'm glad you did it. And I can't believe Stephanie did it, but I'm glad she did it because
Mhm.
had that never happened, this moment would never be, right?
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Um, So one of the questions was, if you could speak to your younger selves, what would you say?
Hmm. I would say you're not alone.
Hmm.
You are validated.
Oh, wow.
You have a heritage a history,
Woo! My tissue.
uh, uh, and you know who your father is.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
not that, not that I doubted that I am somebody,
right,
because I I I, I know who I am,
right.
but to know from whence I came, you um, know why I think like this,
Yeah,
or why I don't eat this, I don't like this, or
yeah,
um, just things that it is you. But now I'm validated by seeing the same things in you,
yeah.
so I know that it's in the blood, it's from the blood, and I don't
Yes.
have I don't have to be alone anymore.
Praise God for that. You don't. You don't have to be
Mm-mm,
alone anymore.
mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
So I would say to my younger self, I grew up as an only child because I didn't grow up with our brothers, as you know.
Mhm.
And I would say, as an only child, I remember laying in the bed, and this would generally be on weekends because that would be the only time I could stay in it longer than my mom dragging me out of it. And I would look up in the corner of the wall, and I used to, now they all don't think I'm crazy, but I used to talk to this make believe sister that I had. And I gave her a name, and her name was Kim. I'm sorry, Sandy, it wasn't Sandy. Gave my make believe sister named Kim. And I would talk to her and I would share things with her. And, you know, I just wanted to have a sister. I did. I just wanted to have a sister. I didn't care about them knucklehead brothers that I had. I knew I had because I did spend some summers in Atlanta with our brothers. But I wanted to have a sister. And I would talk to her and talk to her. And so now I'd say to her, Kim, you're here. It's just your name is not Kim, but you found your way to me because I felt something inside of me that I had a sister, that I should have had a sister. And I kept saying,
Mhm.
what was wrong with my father's machine? It wasn't working. He just kept pushing boys out, you know, and I'm a girl. So, but I think with you, I would say now you have something to call your own. Now you have someone who will always be there for you. Now you have um, someone who love you unconditionally, someone you can call in the midnight hour and just tell some deep, dark secret that you know that she will never divulge. Um, and I know, you know, we might be in Twilight Zone land right now because I know that a lot of people will say, child, that ain't like my sister. She going, you know, my sister, girl, please, she'll run her mouth as soon as I hang up the phone with her or whatever, you know. Some of them will probably say that. But in all honesty, you know, having a sister is somebody that you can really,
Mhm.
truly know that you can depend on them. And I want you to know, Sandy, that you can depend on me. I already got a box back here of stuff that I'm putting together and Grace send you because I'm like, oh, I'm getting this for Sandy. Oh, I'm getting that for Sandy. I'm already got you a collection back here. I just want you to know stuff came in today, and I was like, oh, this thing came in, blah 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 blah. But that's just the love, immediate love that I felt for you, and we started telling each other we loved each other. Like I think after the first couple of days.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that was beautiful. It was. Yeah, we started doing that.
I want to tell you
Uh-huh.
that one of the things that was in the favor that you didn't have to deal with me when we were little was because I can't do hair. I cannot do hair. I can't braid. Now, maybe if we had each other, I would
Right.
have been able to practice on you
Oh,
and teach myself how to braid. But
right.
because I never had that opportunity. Girl, my daughter, she went
I was
through
gonna say, what
heck.
did you do with Kelly? Okay, so
And let me tell
Sandy
you,
has a
now
daughter.
this is back in the early '80s when weaving was just kind of taking off. I put weave in my 2-year-old head because I could not braid. So I put these long shoulder length pigtails in her hair, and she hated it. She hated it because I'm like, you look fine, you look pretty, leave it alone. So she really went through a lot.
Oh,
But I
poor
said to myself,
Kelly.
boy, if I had had a baby sister,
Oh,
she could have been my guinea pig, and I could have
right.
learned how to braid.
Great.
Shoot.
Oh my gosh. Oh Lord, that is so funny. Yeah, well, I had to know how to do my own hair for sure. So I started playing around in my hair after age 12, and that was it. It just it just took a thing of its own at that point. But I'm not good at doing other people's hair. So Brianna, she may be on there and just not talking, but because I did tell her to join. But
Uh-huh.
my mother-in-law did her hair.
Her
And
hair.
yeah, because Brianna, I used to have Brianna looking jacked up. I ain't never could do a straight part or anything, but yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh God. So let me get to some other things. The over the time of the past 4 weeks, we had an opportunity to speak with each other, what we call each other 3, 4 times a day sometimes, so it don't matter. Sandy's very respectful of that I work and she's a whole retired. Now that part, I'm gonna tell you, I'm a little jealous of because I wish I was retired, but but she's very respectful of that. Unlike her brother Ronald, because he don't do that if I'm in the office with my boss. I don't care. I called you and I wanted to ask you something. I'm like, good lord. But anyway, but Sandy, am I looking blurry here?
No.
Did it look blurry?
Lit- Little
Okay,
hazy from the light.
a little
Yeah.
hazy or something. I don't know what's going on with the cameras just doing that. Okay, so but one of the things that I wanted to bring up is over the course of us talking, I think the biggest shock for us, because everything we was like, oh yeah, I did that. Oh yeah, I know that. Oh, I do that too. When I told Sandy that I was on a GLP-1 and she was like, so am I. I said, oh, that was it.
And I had the gastric
When
bypass.
we connected with the GLP-1, that was it. It was like, okay, all's well. This is life. This is it. We were definitely destined to be sisters, okay?
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
we both believe in this medication and how it has done such an amazing job transforming our lives. And that was just huge for both of us. And so just since this is a GLP-1 community and I've held them off for 39, almost 40 minutes now to get to what they probably really wanted to hear, except for those who knew that this was going to really be about our connection. Tell
Mhm.
me, Sandy, what is your experience with GLP-1?
I could not get my insurance to pay for it.
Okay.
And so I would say roughly about a year and a half or so ago, I'm not sure, 2 years, I went on the compound. The agency was called Medvi, Medvi, and
Okay.
um, I I had success on it, but for me, I don't think it was strong enough. It wasn't. It didn't feel like it was controlling my appetite.
Right.
But I did lose about 19 pounds.
Okay.
And because I couldn't keep the payment going, because I started out at the 300 level,
Mm-hmm.
and then I went up to the $400 level. So I would be on it for a couple of months, and then I'd have to call and pause it be,
Oh,
because I had some other financial things that had to be taken care of.
sure.
And then I waited about 4 or 5 months, and I went back to it.
Mm-hmm.
And um, again, same thing. I wasn't really getting. It was I had went from the Zeputide to the Furosemide.
Oh, semaglutide. I didn't mean
I
to laugh, Sandy, but that was funny. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I know one start with an S, the other start with a
The
T.
semaglutide to
Semaglutide.
tirzepatide. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You know what? You might be on to something, sis. Because tirzepatide, some people do the brand, some people do the, do the compound. Some people do them both.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah.
some people do
But
them both, so you just don't
but
know, right?
I
But go ahead.
um I had stopped it a couple of months ago, maybe in May or April or May I had stopped. And now that I found out about the Medicare program, we're working, and sis is helping me. Everybody, y'all got a
I'm
gold
trying
mine
to get
here.
her
Y'all got a gold
trying to
mine
get
here.
her approved through the
She
bridge
has been
program.
working
That's
with
right.
me this past couple of weeks, and so I'm hoping to get onto that program so I can stay on it and steady
Hmm.
and get it done. But I finally, over the last couple of weeks, broke that 200 mark. So I'm like
Yes, she did.
at
She's in
190.
Wonderland. She's in Wonderland. Yeah, y'all know I had to get her some supply, right? I couldn't let my sister be sitting up there. I was like, no, we getting back on this today.
Yep, yep. So
So
I'm
we had
happy.
to do what we had to do, but we don't
Yeah,
want to have to pay for it anymore. Not that expensive that
yeah.
that she's been paying. I felt like I was like, oh my God, you've been robbed. We got to go to
Mhm.
Mochi Health under Alonda. Alonda tell you about Mochi Health. Blah 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 blah. Blah. I was like, I called Alonda, and she was like, oh. So I was like, we got to go. We're gonna have to put you under Mochi Health. But then she said, well, I got a doctor's appointment, and I said, okay, this what you're gonna tell the doctor. This what you're gonna say. So we're waiting now for her prior authorization to go in. She is still waiting on that. And if that doesn't work, we're going to put it in again. And we're going to put it in again. And we're going to keep on trying till it works. But if any of you have experienced getting people approved, or you yourself have gotten approved on the Medicare Bridge program, please reach out to me, and so I can make sure, because this would obviously be the first time I've worked with anyone on that. But I just want to make sure we do get Sandy connected. She does not have diabetes like I did. So it's only two things we really didn't have in common, but she did have so she doesn't have that diagnosis to deal with, but she does have some of the other diagnoses that we could talk to you one on one about. So if you do, just let us know in the chat, and we'll get in touch with you so we can make sure. Because I'm not real positive that her doctor really understands all of this stuff. So I'm just testing it out to see if it goes through. Since this is her primary care, I'll let her try it. But if it doesn't go through, I'm switching her and putting her somewhere else, with someone that I know that will be able to hopefully get her approved. But in the meanwhile, she's good. We're she's been taking her shots. So you are on what milligram now?
7.5.
Okay, all right, yeah. So what was the difference for you? Because you went from compound to now you're doing a brand
I
right
don't.
now.
I don't get hungry. Like
Ah,
I'm not
okay.
having those cravings. Um, and I may go. I may go till about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon
Wow.
before I want to, munch on something.
Right.
But
Right.
so the brand is better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think there's some compounds just based on even some of the ladies that are, well, I don't know if there's gentlemen here too, but some of the ladies that's on here now tonight, I know that Alonda does the compound. She goes back and forth. She plays between both the brand and the compound. But I know that she's done amazing, losing her weight through most of the time being on the compound more than the
Okay.
brand, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it really, I think it just from what I hear, and because I never did the compound ever, ever, ever in my journey, but I think what I've heard is, yes, the brand name is Zepbound, correct. But what I've heard was that it really depends on which pharmacy puts that compound together. So I've heard, so I was kind of worried because even when I mean, when you said you were doing it 2 months, well, if you lost 19 pounds, y'all, in 2 months, that's
No,
only, oh,
I guess
okay.
no, not. I think that probably was more like a 6 month.
Oh, got
Yeah.
you. Got you. Time frame. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And then
but
I and
and
I
it's
and I
really hard to
fasted.
gauge when you were off it and on it and off it and on it
Yeah,
because when you went off it and it went out of your system, you probably was gaining a little weight
I
back,
was
right?
eating. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so what should we expect um of what do we have planned for the future? What are we doing for the
Well,
future?
we are immediately. It's like we weren't trying to wait for Christmas or Memorial Day. We were like, no, we're gonna get together for Labor Day. We're gonna do this right now. And I'm like, that's all.
Yes,
That's fine with me. All right, and I already got my airline ticket. Usually, I
yes,
buy
you
my ticket a week
do.
before.
She got her airline ticket the other day. We bought our airline tickets the other day, so we are ready to go. We're going to our niece's house in Atlanta. She's going to host it, and all of our, because most of our family on our dad's side is still in the Georgia area. So I think basically Sandy and I are the only two that's not in Georgia. So I'm in Maryland, and she's in Ohio.
Ohio.
So we are going to fly down to Atlanta, actually in the suburbs of Atlanta. Covington, Georgia is where we'll actually be, where our niece, I was saying my to them. I know I still got to get used to that. Saying our niece lives in Covington, and so she's been gracious enough to open her home for us to have this event, and It should be pretty grand. I expect we always have a good time over there and cooking out and having fun, playing games, acting a fool. So that's what we'll be doing on Labor Day weekend. So we'll be sure to film, and I mean and I'll show some of that in one of my upcoming videos in September. But we will film Sandy meeting all of us face to face for the first time. So, what message,
This, you
Sandy,
know,
would
this would, let me say this. This celebration fits right in with the Tyler Perry studio story. I may write him and drop him a note and say, "We're two
I
sisters
know?
just meeting after 70 years, and we're gonna have a family celebration reunion. Let them come down there and write the screen."
Exactly, exactly. That would be so
Mm.
great. That would be great. And he's not that far from there. And we have a niece that actually works for Tyler Perry Studios. So
Oh
she,
wow!
yeah, yeah. So it might be easier to get it in there than we think. Yes, we do. Yes,
Oh wow!
Our niece
I
Maya,
was
she
just
works
kidding.
for them, and she's done. She's a stunt as well for
Mhm.
uh, what is that show? Beauty in Black. Black, yeah, Beauty in
Yeah,
Black.
Beauty and
She's a
Black.
stunt for the main actress in that show. Yep. Yeah,
Oh,
Maya is. So yeah, so we
oh, I
might
was just
have
kidding,
an
but okay,
event.
all right.
Yes, yes. So what message do we want to leave our viewers about family, healing, and unexpected blessings?
Hmm. Let me think.
Or what advice would you give someone searching for their biological family? I'll give you a choice of those two. So do you want to discuss about family healing and unexpected blessings, or I can take that one, and then the last one would be what advice would you give to someone searching for their biological family? So
Yeah, let me take that one.
okay.
And the advice that I would give is never, never think that it's a waste of time,
Mm,
and never let anyone tell you what you can and cannot accomplish. If you believe in something, then make a plan, follow that plan,
mm,
and most of the time it's going to work out for your good.
yes,
It's going to come around. It's going to come around.
yes.
Hmm.
Oh, that was good. That was
And
good.
there's so many people in the world, and like you said, our African American heritage and all of the things that we've endured over the last 400 or 500 years, and the separations. Our family was torn apart from the very minute we stepped foot over here.
Yes.
So who's to say that you don't have, you know, family out there that you haven't met yet? So I would say if you can conceive it and you believe it, you can achieve it.
Awesome, Sandy. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I'll take the other one. So, what message do you want to leave viewers about family, healing, and unexpected blessings? So, Sandy and I still have a whole lot to catch up on about about my past. But some of you have had an opportunity to know a little bit about that because with my journey on Manjaro came a lot of things that I had not been healed in over the years with my childhood. So um, I just want to say, even in the midst of your storm, it's so awesome how God can just show you a way out and a pathway out when it seems like there's no other way. Um, and when I say that in terms of family and healing, we don't know why things worked out the way it did with our parents. Um, and what I always heard, and from this pastor at the church I used to attend, he used to always say, "You are not just a product of your mother and father's passion. You were created to be here for this reason, for whatever reason, and for whatever we fulfill in our life." And that blessed me, and that word never left me, because ideally, when you're not raised by, and us as little girls not being raised by our dad, that was very hard, right? It was very, you always, well, you did have a stepfather at least, but the people that were father figures in my life growing up were not real good to me. And so that is why, um, healing is important. I've done the work though. I've gone to therapy, and I have done the work that I needed to do to help me to move on and breathe, you know. So this was an unexpected blessing, because I know that, my mom is 90. She'll be 93. I thought she was 94. My daughter reminded me today. Oh no, she'll be 92 this year. I thought I gave her 2 more years. I mean, she's been outliving everybody. But I said, having Sandy be here now, it feels like, although she's my sister, I feel like I have now somebody else I can run to with for advice, for wisdom. Sandy has so much wisdom. She's I listen to her talk, and she has so much wisdom, and I just wish I had a chance to be raised by you. I wished I had a chance to be raised by you and to be there beside you.
I love you.
Love you too. And I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Go get some toilet tissue or something. I know I got to make some jokes out of it. Get something,
Mhm.
because this is amazing. This has
My
been an amazing journey.
the last thing that I want to add, well, two things, not related. The first was we talked about having the second DNA test done, but we didn't tell them the results.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
so we'll tell them the
I guess
results.
they know we're matched, but how much is what it is? Oh, my light went out. How
That
much is the matter? Sandy, would you do the honors of telling everyone the exact percentage we matched on? We did a siblings, um a siblings test with the same father. They have different DNA tests and markers that they use to do these tests.
and
So
this was an outside firm that did it. We didn't go
yes,
back to
we didn't go
yeah.
back to Ancestry. We used an outside. And thanks to Alonda. Shout out to Alonda for giving us that company. They came through very, very, very quickly. Alonda works in I didn't tell you this, Sandy. What Alonda does is she works as a school teacher, but she does like those life skill kind of courses. And
Uh-huh.
so a lot of her students are, teen moms, right?
Oh,
And
uh-huh.
so you can imagine some of
Yeah.
them have to use paternity.com every now and again, right? Yeah. so So she was able to share that information with us, and this was the most professional company I've ever dealt with, and
Mhm.
it was really good, really, really good. So, um, go ahead, Sandy. So the results of our sibling DNA test was what percent? Percent.
We came back 99.21% probability that we are sisters. And it
Yes,
also said
we are 126
126 times
times
more
more
likely to be
likely to be
sisters
sisters than
than not.
unrelated at all. That's
Right,
what it
right.
said.
126
Yes,
times. Yeah.
126 times more.
Mhm. And talk about
Woo!
screaming. Woo.
I know. Sandy screamed. She screamed. I screamed. We all screamed.
Uh-huh.
Woo! Look, Harjavin keeps saying, she
Amazing.
said, but baby, y'all are twins. So Harjavin been saying that from the beginning. And
Mhm.
she's right. I see it now. I see it so much more now when we're
Yeah, I
side
know.
by
I do
side, and I'm
too.
like, oh my God, oh my God.
I do
Let me
too.
go back and do some shout outs to people who have joined us. Sandy, they all are sending their love to you. Let me see, where did I miss off at? Okay, I think the first person that I hadn't seen and said hello to tonight was Grace. Hi, Grace. So I'm sorry. I can't see when I do it like this. So I gotta go back to, I gotta go back. This is crazy. I hate this. Alana, I hate this thing. Okay. So Grace said, oh, she was talking to somebody. She said, hey, twin. Then they spoke back. Who's your twin, Grace? Who's your oh, Harjarine. So y'all started the same day. So when we say hey twin, um, Sandy, we
Uh-huh.
we have people that we started our GLP-1 journey on the same day because it's like a
Oh,
rebirthing. So
oh.
we call each twins. My twin is Mary. She hadn't popped in here tonight, but Mary is one of my twins. All right. Welcome, Grace. Thank you for staying with us. Hope you enjoyed us. And it's Darium. Sandy, one of our most favorite. I mean, he is the loyal
Uh-huh.
viewer of us of all the content creators in this in GLP-1 world. Darium. Darium. Thank you, Darium. Darium is okay. I know I saw he said something, but I'll get to his. And then we have Miss Tammy. Hi, Tammy. And she said, Harjarine, they are twins. Thank you for joining us tonight. And I appreciate it because I know it was short notice, but we were going to just do the video. And I said, let's go live. Let's just do it. So I said,
Mhm.
even if nobody shows up, they'll see it on the replay. So I imagine we will have a good replay. We'll just hope that everybody will take time and listen to us. But it's so much funner in person. All right. So Charlene says, appreciate you guys sharing this magnificent discovery. Wishing you to a blessed future together. Such a heartfelt story. Much love to you both. Oh, thank you, Charlene.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know I missed some comments. Wait a minute. I can't get this darn thing to work. Are they getting ready? Did I pay my bill? I don't know. Because I ain't used this in so long. They just messing with me tonight. Um, okay, Darium, you said something else. I know I saw it earlier. Did I pass it already? Were you before, after Geraldine? Um, Oh, Tammy. Tammy said, so good to see you, Elaine. I was pleasantly surprised the other day when you dropped the video. I'm sure you were. I was pleasantly surprised too. I said, Lord, I just couldn't get it in me, but I'm so glad I did. So everybody say hello to each other. And I know my boy Darium said something out there. Darium said, let me find out that Alonda is really the plug. Yes, Alonda was the plug to get us going on this DNA journey. And I'm grateful to her for that. I really and truly am. Darium, I got back to your first message. I know because I didn't want to stop in the middle of the show. Darium said, Elaine, this is such a beautiful story. Thank you for introducing us to the vivacious Sandy. Your
Oh Lord.
Darium always, he's such a charmer. Darium always know the best things to say. He is the one that is, I like to say, he is the glue to this GLP world. He is definitely the glue. Geraldine said, you both speak so eloquently, so much love there between you two naturally. 100, 100, 100. Thank you, Geraldine. Yes, we do. But honey, Sandy is very intelligent. I said, yeah, you a Robinson because all of us, I don't care if we only finished third grade, they know how to talk.
That's right. That is right.
Talk. Yes, and we are coming to the end of our segment here. I want to thank all of you for just taking out this time. We went a little over an hour. We started a little late, and I so appreciate you for waiting around and joining us when you could. And Sandy, I'm going to give you one last note to say to our viewers. If you have anything you want to say to them, this is your time, honey.
Just one last thing. I spoke with my pastor, Bishop Mel Griffin,
Uh-huh.
and he was ecstatic for us and just so full of joy and happiness and congratulations. And
Oh.
he said to me, because I told him that it's like we've never been apart, like we grew up together, we just feel each other so. And he said, well, that's because uh, heritage is tracked through the father's bloodline.
Oh.
That even from early times they would follow the genealogy would always come through the father. That's
Mm-hmm.
why Jesus, his genealogy comes through
Father.
the males, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And um,
That's so
so I just wanted to share that. So and I think
That's
that's what
good
we're
word. That is really
close,
good word.
so close,
Yes.
right?
Yes, yes, because you don't hear them in the Bible saying Elaine begot and Sandy begot. You hear them
Yeah.
always say the Father begot
Yeah.
that child.
Now there are a couple of women in there now, but
Well, okay,
it
okay. I'm
still
the
follows
theologian, but
it
I
still
just
follows
always
the
remember the
father.
begot
Yeah, the male.
to the
Uh-huh.
male. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, God is good. That's
God is
right.
good all
See,
the
man,
time.
Durham, y'all got
Oh,
that strong power.
you gonna let me do my thing before we hang up?
Oh, yes. This is what she did. Wait,
Sister.
hold up. This is what she did when we called her, but she wouldn't answer the phone so we could tell her we had the results. And when she finally picked up the phone after we called about 5 times, and she was like, "What? What's going on?" And she said she couldn't even believe it came back that fast. And when I read the results to her, this is what she did. Go.
Sister, you've been on my mind. Sister,
Sister, with
you're
you
one
all
of a
the
kind.
time.
Sister. I make my own words.
I don't know the words like you. We
I'll
fell
keep
out
my
laughing because we broke
eye on you.
down. My sister can sing too. Yes, yes. So I am, she said, come through, color purple. Oh, so I have to share what Ronald said after you sang that song. And
Oh,
Ronald was on the phone and he said, now, Sandy, don't think that a DNA test going to be the only thing going to get you in this family. And so he said, go ahead and send us a check for $500 tomorrow. Take your application. We laughed so hard. I said, he's stupid. So you send your check for $500 tomorrow. And Sandy come on something. Can I get the senior citizen discount? We hollered. Okay.
Oh
But
gosh.
that's what we do, guys. We have been laughing for 4 weeks now. Okay,
Mhm.
4 weeks.
Mhm.
We have been laughing and crying and loving. And I thank you so much for just being here with us tonight on this special time. And I know you'll get updates from me periodically on Sandy. And I'm trying to get her into our GLP-1 community so she can talk to us and everything and join some of you all's your lives and your videos. So I'll have her up and running soon. But we just wanted to come before you tonight, and I want to thank you, my GLP-1 community, for just always being here with me, no matter what. So we're going to sign off now. And you all, yes, Jerly says, wonderful evening with you two. Make sure you bring Sandy back to visit us. I will do that. I'm
I
absolutely going to do that. I sure will. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you all, and we want to say good night. All right, let me get off and in